Good morning. Today is Tuesday, yes, are we in September? Yes, we are. Where did this time go? September 16th. It's still early. Give me some grace. Today is Tuesday, September 16th. We are using our Ravens Flight casting sticker. This is an older sticker that's been in our shop for a while, but I have revisited the placements. So anybody who gets this now, it will have the new placements and the spread that will come with it. I am also using the 1909 RWS Redux, my version of the Rider-Waite Smith deck. This is the first edition. I wanted to show you real quick the box of the second. Pre-orders will open soon. I know I said they were supposed to be last week. There was a problem with the printing. I got the decks Tuesday after I made the video, so once I saw the cards, I had to contact the factory and they're reprinting all the cards. The boxes are fine, so this is what the box is gonna look like. And I'll show you the card backs. And this is the card back, so you can see the difference. Yay, I love the lighter colorway. But the images were not up to my desired expectations, so there was a glitch in their printing and they are shipping me out new ones ASAP. And once those are in-house, I will open pre-orders. So, okay, just make sure you sign up for my newsletter because I will announce them. Let's get into the reading, right? So the energy for this week, the Ravens have a message for us. And so the Ravens have this message, and we're just going to get into it and see what they have for the week ahead. Collectively, we've been experiencing lots and lots of discord on the world stage. Hoping that you're finding moments of joy in your home life. Because as we say, joy is always an act of resistance. So finding the time to do little things that you love, because we can't be plugged in every moment all the time. It's just not sustainable. But let's see what our Ravens have for us. 1, 2, 3. And we've got the Sentinel, which is here. I'm gonna put that here. We've got the Glide, which is up here. And then the Arrival, which is here. Let's put those down. So the Sentinel, this is the message of what is coming. This is what our week what we might be facing. I don't do reversals, so if you see me flip it, that's why. Because I tend to read all the energies of all of it. So the Arrival of the Ten of Swords. So this week might be a lot, but after last week, it's just more of the same, right? So maybe there's something this week that's finally reaching the bottom, finally getting to that end of the tipping point. This is also just an influx of information, because I like to think about it too as the sun is in Gemini, 10 swords, they're all thoughts, so much weighting down to where it just finally you reach a breaking point. You're like, you know what, I'm done, I'm exhausted from this week. So it can only go up from there, right? Isn't that lovely? And then we've got the Knight of Cups. And so maybe there's going to be somebody bringing in some gentle news. Maybe it's going to be, it could be both things, because we've got, when you're in this vulnerable state, you might not know what to believe, and this person might show up with a silver tongue, and they might be like, hey, saying all the right things and doing all the right things. Just be cautious of any deal or any communication that sounds too good to be true, even when you want that to happen. Like, even if that's just kind of what you've been wanting, it's okay, but just don't go all in on trusting the source. Again, even though we're exhausted, we still have to have our wits about us. And the Knight of Cups is not always, not always schmoozing badly. They just know what we want to hear. And, it's okay to have that little joy in that moment, but, be in that position of questioning still. And then the Arrival, so this is like, this brings us to the higher perspective. And then the Arrival, and this is, you'll know the changes here when this card shows up, and use this to help in any of the transformations that you're facing this week. And we have the Page of Wands. And the Page of Wands is telling me, okay, so there's a lot of people in this spread. So that Page of Wands is saying, hey, let's look at this from a new perspective. The Page of Wands, I'm always thinking, is that very enamored with starting fires or seeing how things work. It's like the spark, the catalyst. And the page is here maybe saying, hey, sure, whatever this Knight of Cups is saying, that might be true, but have we thought of it a different way? And the action point is going to be just a little spark that's going to help set us onto a new path perhaps this week, which we need because we're feeling this weight of just too much, right? Going to bring in some Lenormand to help us navigate this terrain. And these are going to be some stability points, right? So we've got the home and the birds. And so I put these here and here. And those points of stability are saying, okay, when things do get too much, go to the place that you feel most comfortable. If your home is not necessarily your sanctuary, maybe it's a yoga class, maybe it's just going for a drive or going to your favorite coffee spot. The birds is saying that there's still going to be a lot of chatter around, but you do not always have to grab onto every story or everything that you hear, because doing that is going to give you more anxiety. So when you feel like that, get back to that sanctuary space, get back to the touchstone of home. If your home is that anxiety-inducing space, then the crows or the ravens are telling us to just get out in the world a little bit. And then the full moon, which I know we just passed, but this is going to be a guiding light during this week. And I'm using my Points to Ponder dice, which we no longer have, but let's see what that says. And it says to create. So we might not be able to fix everything that's going on, but we can create a little bit. And whatever that looks like for you, I hope you find the time this week to create space for yourself, to create calm thoughts, just a moment of creating joy. Maybe get together and create with friends, and you guys can talk out these 10 things that are bothering all of us in the world, and then come up with better solutions, So I don't know how it's going to play out. I guess we'll see, and we'll be back here next Tuesday. As always, thank you for being here in my little tarot creative divination world. Be sure to follow my newsletter. I'm on Substack as well. I've got a Patreon. I'm on Instagram, obviously here. Like and subscribe, and tell your friends if you think that this might give some aid to them as well. And I will see you here next week. Have a good one. Bye.